Back is personal. You don't need applause. You don't need likes, followers, or validation. You need fire. You need something to prove, not to the world, but to yourself. Because the comeback, it's personal. You wake up every day carrying something no one else can see. They don't know your battles. They don't feel the pressure. They don't hear the doubt screaming in your silence. But you do. And that's enough. You've been knocked down by life, by people, maybe by your own choices. But you're still breathing, still standing, still thinking about how to turn it all around. And that right there, that thought is your first win. People gave up on you. So what? You gave up on yourself for a while too. But not anymore. Because now you've seen what quitting really looks like. And it doesn't sit right with your soul. So now you're moving different, quiet, focused, unshakable, alone, in silence while nobody's watching. This isn't about revenge. It's not about proving anyone wrong. It's about respect, self-respect. You looked in the mirror and said, no more running, no more blaming, no more waiting. Because the comeback starts the second you stop making excuses and start making moves. You've had low moments, regrets, times you thought, I should have been better than that. That's real. Own it. But don't stay there. Nobody walks through fire without scars, but some choose to keep walking anyway. You didn't break, you bent so far you thought it was over, but here you are piecing yourself back together, stronger, sharper, harder to kill, because this comeback isn't for the haters or the doubters or the ones who walked away. It's for you. It's about becoming someone you're proud to be. You had a vision. Then life hit you blind. Family went cold. Money disappeared. Friends got fake. Motivation dried up. But something inside wouldn't quit. That whisper in your chest kept saying, keep going. Not like this. Not like this. You tried to drown it out with distractions, noise, people, but it kept coming back louder. Now you know you can't run from who you are. You're a fighter. Maybe not with fists, but with heart, with grit, with the refusal to stay down. This comeback is built on sleepless nights, quiet mornings, and that one moment when you said, I'm not folding. You weren't supposed to make it this far, but you did. And now you're writing the best part of the story. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Don't wish. Work. Let them talk. While they scroll, you lift. While they doubt, you build. Because here's the truth. People only notice the comeback when it's done. When the lights are on, when the trophy's in hand, but you see it in the dark, in the sweat, in the silence, in the no to comfort, in the yes to one more rep, one more page, one more day. That's what they'll never understand. The pain, that was the down payment. The tears, the tax, the failure, the tuition. You paid in full, and now the reward is coming. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but it's on the way. The universe pays those who don't quit. When you walk in the room, you don't have to say a word. People feel it. They feel the energy, the scars, the strength. They feel what you've survived. And yeah, maybe you're still in it, still climbing, still learning, but you're not who you were. You've evolved. You've earned your place in this moment. So stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for chasing greatness. The world owes you nothing, but it will always respond to effort. You're not finished. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You are a comeback story in progress. Write every chapter like it's your last. Show up hungry, show up focused, show up scared if you have to. Just show up. Nobody's handing you the crown. You've got to take it. Every second of hesitation is a second lost. Start, move, building, work, and then work again. And when you start to rise, really rise, don't be surprised when the noise gets louder. People will question your motives. They'll talk behind your back. They'll say, you changed. You didn't change. You evolved. You leveled up. And that makes them uncomfortable because you remind them of what they're not doing. You're living proof that excuses are choices. And hustle always drowns out hype. Let them whisper. Let them doubt. While they talk, you build quietly, relentlessly. They're chasing approval. You're building legacy. This comeback is not pretty. It's not polished. It's brutal. It's early mornings running on fumes. It's late nights full of questions. It's dragging yourself out of the pit with nothing but pure will. It's doing the right thing with no applause. It's stacking wins when the big win feels a mile away. It's not sexy, it's gritty, it's real, and it's worth every second. People romanticize overnight success, but the truth, there is no overnight. There's only overwork, overcommitment, overgrind. You'll go unnoticed, uncelebrated, unthanked until you can't be ignored anymore. And when that day comes, don't stop. Keep going. Because this isn't the final chapter. This is your origin story. You're not just coming back. You're here to dominate, to reclaim, to rebuild. This time with focus, this time with fire. A fire hot enough to burn through every lie they told you. You are not a mistake. You're not your past. You're not a lost cause. You're a force, a walking example of what happens when pain meets persistence. And when people ask what changed, you'll tell them, I got tired of waiting, tired of losing. One day, I looked in the mirror and said, this is on me, all of it. And from that moment on, I never looked back, because that's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your job, not your family. You got to save you. You got to believe before there's proof. Trust that if you do the work and never fold, the comeback will happen. Not by luck, not by accident, by choice, your choice. And don't wait for the right moment. That's the trap. The moment is never perfect. You have to move anyway, grind anyway, build, grow, fight, heal anyway, even when your back's against the wall, even when your heart's in pieces, even when everything inside you screams, give up. Don't give them the satisfaction. Don't give your past the final word. Don't let fear write your future. This comeback is about one thing, reclaiming your power. One step, one representative, one day at a time. You're not chasing perfection, you're chasing progress. And as long as you move, even slowly, you're winning. They don't know what it took just to get out of bed. They don't know what it cost to keep showing up, but you do. And one day, it all clicks. One day, you break through. And when that happens, don't play small, be grateful, be focused, be relentless, because the comeback doesn't end when you rise. It ends when you help someone else rise too. When someone looks at you and says, because of you, I didn't quit. That's the real win. That's the real legacy. Let's be real. The comeback isn't just sweat and motivation. Sometimes it's tears, the quiet kind, the ones you cry alone when there's no one left to fake strong for, when the weight of everything feels like it might crush you, when the pressure eats away at your mind and makes you question everything, your path, your worth, your whole damn identity. In those moments, you have two options, break or break through. This is where most people fold. They confuse pain with defeat, but not you, not this time. Because now you understand. Pain is the path. Discomfort is the signal. Struggle is the fuel. Champions aren't built in the spotlight. They're built in the dark, where giving up would have been easier. You made a choice to fight. That matters. This comeback was born in silence, built in the dark, when no one cheered, when no one believed, when even you could barely hold on. But you showed up every damn day. Tired, good, you're working. Sore, good, you're growing. Scared, good, you're about to level up. Comfort is a trap. It lies to you, tells you you're fine where you are. But fine doesn't change lives. Fine doesn't make history. You don't want fine. You want transformation. And that never comes easy. You want the comeback, then sweat for it, cry for it, bleed for it, want it more than you want to breathe, because this world doesn't reward potential. It rewards proof. So give it. Prove you're not done. Prove failure was the setup. Prove rock bottom was the launch pad. You've come too far to stop now. Not here, not this close. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need anyone's approval. You just need a reason. And if you're honest with yourself, you've already got one. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's your name. Maybe it's that promise you made to yourself that you'd never live like that again. Whatever it is, lock in. Let it ground you when life tries to shake you. Let it carry you when your legs feel heavy. Let it remind you why you started. When comfort shows up, dress like peace. They won't get it. They won't understand why you push like this, why you train like this, why you grind in silence and rise before the sun. But they don't have to, because this comeback, it's not for them. It's for you. For the version of you that felt small, the one they said wasn't enough, the one they laughed at, the one they forgot, the one who almost gave up. You owe that version everything. You owe them this. And that's why this comeback hits different. Because this time, it's not about hope. It's about fire. You're not asking for a seat at the table. You're building your own. You're not dreaming about it anymore. You're doing it. And no, it won't be easy. You'll want to quit 1,000 times, but you won't, because now you know what you're made of. And here's the truth. When the comeback is personal, the win becomes permanent. Don't confuse slow progress with no progress. You think you're stuck. You're not. You're grinding through the part most people run from. The hard, boring, repetitive, unglamorous part. That's where the foundation gets built. Where the storm becomes fuel, where champions get carved out of the mud. You want to be exceptional? That's when things shift. When discipline outruns doubt. When your grind drowns out guilt. When your vision roars louder than your fear. Momentum shows up quietly. It's not pretty, it's not perfect, but it's real. One habit, one promise kept, one early alarm. You didn't snooze, and suddenly you're not the same person anymore. You're not coming back. You're rising. You're not asking, can I? You're declaring, watch me. You're not waiting on a break. You're breaking barriers. And every time you show up, when it's hard, when it hurts, when quitting whispers in your ear, you prove something important. The old you is gone, buried, replaced by someone who stared into darkness and kept going. You're no longer defined by what broke you. You're defined by what you built from the rubble. They counted you out, underestimated, ignored, overlooked. Perfect. Because while they sleep on you, you're building something they won't be able to ignore. They think you're still down, still broken, still the same. Let them. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to build something unstoppable. And when you step into your power, don't dim it. Don't shrink. Don't apologize. You've suffered in silence long enough. Now it's time to win out loud. Then show up when it's dull, when no one's watching, when there's no applause, no credit, no spotlight, when the only one who cares is you. That's the test. That's the separator. Every comeback starts with a decision. A moment when you say, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how ugly it gets. I'm not going back. I'm not breaking down. I'm building right here, right now. That's the shift. Not motivation, not hype. Discipline. You won't always feel ready. You don't need to. You just need to act. Do what needs to be done, not what feels easy. Because what feels good now can rob you later. But what feels hard now, that's the stuff that pays off forever. And when it gets heavy, and it will breathe, focus on one step, one action, one win, then stack another and another. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build you. Every step forward is proof. The old you is gone. Gone is the version that second-guessed everything. Gone is the one who craved approval. Gone is the one who settled, played small, or gave up too soon. That version is dead. This question mark. This is the rise, the rebirth. From this moment on, it's personal. No one else needs to see it. No one else needs to believe in it. Because you're not chasing people. You're chasing your potential, and you're catching up fast. Let them sleep. Let them doubt. Let them change the subject when you talk about your comeback. You'll be the one they remember when they need a reason not to quit. Because this is what happens when you lean into the pain. When you turn every no, every locked door, every sleepless night into fuel. When you show up with a hunger that makes people who gave up on themselves uncomfortable. You become unbreakable, not because you don't feel pain, but because you've made peace with it. You understand greatness isn't handed out. It's earned. With early mornings, with broken pride, with failure after failure, and the guts to try again. You want a life you're proud of? Build it. You want confidence? Earn it through reps, through sweat, through choices that make no sense to anyone but you. They don't know your fight. They don't know what it took just to stand. They don't see how hard it is to keep believing when everything is falling apart. But you do. And that's what makes you dangerous. This comeback isn't for applause. It isn't for headlines. It's for the nights you didn't quit, the mornings you kept going, the promise you made to yourself. And you're doing it quietly, powerfully, relentlessly. This comeback is personal, and it's already in motion. You don't owe the world an explanation. You owe yourself results. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. Let them write you off again. That's what they do. They don't know what it's like to fight back when everything's stacked against you. They don't know what it takes to rebuild from nothing. But you do. And that's your edge. You're not afraid of the hard road anymore. You've crawled it, bled on it, fallen flat, cried into the dirt, then stood up with nothing but breath and belief. That's real power. You lost people along the way. Good. Not everyone's built for the storm. Some were just tourists in your struggle. Let them go. Bless them. Then double down on you, because this isn't about them. It's about who you become when there's no exit but through. When comfort dies. When average feels like failure. When survival isn't enough and you decide to demand more. Comebacks don't start with confidence. They start with conviction, with I'm done wasting time, with no more waiting for perfect conditions. You know what happens when you wait. You rot, you shrink, you forget what you're capable of. So stop waiting. Start moving. Get angry at your own excuses. Get disgusted by your own stagnation. Move just to prove your past self wrong. You've been thinking about it for years. When will you start doing? Because here's the truth. Nobody cares about your dreams until you make them real. Nobody is going to come hand you success. Nobody is going to wake you up at 5 a.m., push you to work harder, and make sure you don't quit. That's your job. And the moment you take full responsibility for your future, that's when things start to change. This is where most people fail. They want the rewards without the sacrifice. They want the success without the struggle. They want the results, but aren't willing to pay the price. But you're different because you're not just going to try. You're going to lock in and make it happen. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you waited for motivation to kick in? You've been waiting for a sign, but the sign is right here, right now. You don't need another book, another podcast, another motivational video. You need to start. You need to lock in. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop saying, you don't have time. Stop saying, you don't have money, connection, or the right opportunities. Those are all excuses. The world doesn't care about what's holding you back. It only recognizes results. Now, everyone has problems. Everyone has reasons why they could fail. But winners push through. Winners don't let circumstances dictate their future. They create their own future. So what's stopping you? Fear, laziness, self-doubt. Whatever it is, it's not bigger than you. You are stronger than your excuses. Lock in. There is no easy way. There is no shortcut. If you want something extraordinary, you have to put in extraordinary effort. People say they want success, but do they really? Because wanting something and being willing to work for it are two different things. You say you want to be in shape, but do you push yourself in the gym every single day? You say you want to be successful, but do you stay up late grinding while everyone else is watching TV? You say you want a better life, but are you truly willing to suffer for it? Success is not a gift, it's earned, and the only way to earn it is through hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Motivation is unreliable, it fades. Some days you wake up inspired, but other days you don't. In those days, that's where discipline takes over. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early. Even when you're tired, it means working out. Even when you don't want to, it means showing up every single day. Regardless of how you feel, winners don't wait to feel good before they take action. They take action and then they feel good because they're making progress. This is where most people quit the moment. Things get uncomfortable. They back off. They start strong but fade away when the excitement wears off. You are not most people. Lock in. The problem is most people want to be comfortable. Now they want to sleep in. They want to take breaks. They want to relax. And that's why they never get ahead. Because success doesn't care how comfortable you are. If you want to be great, you have to be willing to suffer. You have to give up distractions. You have to give up wasted time. You have to choose discipline over pleasure, commitment over comfort and progress, over procrastination. Your future self is waiting for you to stop making excuses. Your future self is watching you right now, wondering if you're going to step up or stay the same. When you look back on your life, will you be proud of what you did? Or will you regret the opportunities you let slip away? The choice is yours. Lock in. This isn't about competing with anyone else. This is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about looking in the mirror every morning and asking yourself, am I doing everything I can? Most people are stuck because they never demand more from themselves. They get comfortable, and comfort is the enemy of growth every single day. You have a chance to get better. You have a chance to outwork the old. You have a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. It's not about talent. It's about work. It's about effort. Some people say, I don't have what it takes. But guess what? You do. You just have to stop doubting yourself and start proving it. Lock in. Time is running out. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to make the sacrifices? Are you willing to go through the struggle? Are you willing to grind when nobody's watching? Because that's what it takes. You are one decision away from changing your life, one decision to commit, one decision to take action, one decision to stop waiting and start moving. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another opportunity. Don't wait for the right moment. It will never come. The time is now. Lock in. This is your life. Your future is in your hands. Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to do it for you. If you want to change your life, you have to be the one to make it happen. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more distractions. Commit. Focus. Take action. And whatever you do, lock in before you can win in life. You have to win in your mind. It all starts there. Your mindset is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. If your mind is weak, everything crumbles. If your mind is strong, nothing can break you. The biggest battle you will ever fight is the one against yourself. The doubts, the fears, the voice in your head telling you to take it easy, to slow down, to quit when things get tough. You must silence that voice. Tell yourself, I am built for this. Tell yourself, I will not break. Tell yourself, I will keep going no matter what. Because the truth is, most people break before they even start. They talk themselves out of the fight. Before they throw a single punch, they convince themselves that it's too hard, that they don't have what it takes. That's not you. You are built different. You've already come this far. You've already survived every hardship life has thrown at you. Why stop now? The moment you decide, truly decide that failure is not an option, everything changes. You stop second-guessing. You stop hesitating. You stop making excuses. You lock in. People fear pain. They run from it. They try to avoid it at all costs. But what they don't realize is that pain is the price of progress. Every time you push through discomfort, you grow. Every time you endure struggle, you get stronger. Every time you take one more step when your body is screaming for you to stop, you become unstoppable. You have two choices in life: suffer now for a better future, or suffer later with regret. Regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry. It will haunt you. It will eat at you. It will remind you every single day that you had a chance, but you didn't take it years from now. Do you want to look back and say, I gave it everything I had? Or do you want to sit and regret, wondering what could have been? Make the decision today. Push through the pain. Embrace the grind. Lock in. Let's get real. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is coming to save you. You didn't get the job. Work harder. You lost money. Work harder. You failed. Work harder. Life is not fair, and it never will be. But that doesn't mean you can't win it. Just means you have to fight harder. People respect results, not reasons. The world doesn't care if you had a rough childhood. It doesn't care if you had bad luck. It doesn't care if you don't feel like working today. The only thing that matters is what you do. If you want something, you have to go and take it. Nobody is going to hand it to you. No one is going to feel sorry for you. And honestly, you don't need them to, because you have everything you need already. And inside you, you have the ability, you have the strength, you have the heart. Now prove it. Lock in. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to chase your dreams. The clock is ticking. The opportunity in front of you will not wait forever. The world keeps moving whether you're ready or not. If you don't take action, now someone else will look at your life. Look at where you are today. If you're not happy with it, change it. If you're not where you want to be, do something about it. You don't get another shot at life. You don't get a rewind button. You only get one chance to live a life you're proud of. So why waste it? Why stay stuck? Why keep putting things off? This is it. This is your moment. Lock in. Some people sit around waiting for the world to give them something they think they deserve success just because they want it. They think life should be easier. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody owes you anything. You don't deserve success just because you show up. You don't deserve wealth just because you work hard. You don't deserve happiness just because you're a good person. You only get what you fight for. You only get what you earn. So if you want more, take it. Work for it. Earn it. Stop complaining about what you don't have and start working for what you want. Nobody is stopping you except you. Lock-in success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about doing the right things every single day. Wake up early, hit the gym stick to your goals, push yourself when nobody is watching. These small wins add up. They build momentum. They make you unstoppable. So stop waiting for a big moment to change your life. Start today. Start with the next decision you make. Start with the next action you take. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets locked in. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to have the best connections. You just have to be consistent. The people who win in life are the ones who show up every single day, the ones who don't quit when it gets hard, the ones who don't make excuses. It's easy to work hard for a day. It's easy to be disciplined for a week. But what separates winners from everyone else is that they do it for years. They stay locked in for life. And that's what you need to do. Not for a few days, not for a few months, forever. Because success is not an event. It's a lifestyle. Lock in this. This is the moment where you make a choice. Are you going to keep waiting? Keep making excuses? Keep letting life pass you by? Or are you going to step up? Are you going to decide once and for all that you will do whatever it takes to get where you want to be? Because that's the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. One makes excuses. The other makes moves. One waits for motivation. The other creates discipline. One lets life happen. The other takes control. Which one are you going to be? You already know the answer. Lock in now. Go and don't look back. You have to start somewhere. You have to start right now. Even if it's just one small step, it's never going to be perfect. And that's okay. The only thing that matters is that you move forward, because each step you take now is a step that leads to the person you were always meant to be. Think about your goals. What do you want to achieve? What are the dreams that keep you up at night? You know they're possible, don't you? You know that somewhere deep down, you have everything it takes to make them real. But right now, that's just a dream. It's just an idea in your head, and it will stay that way unless you take action. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that the time for change is tomorrow, that the time for action is when things are easier, when everything aligns perfectly, when they feel ready. But I'm telling you right now, that moment doesn't exist. The stars won't align for you. You have to make the move now, even if you don't feel ready, especially if you don't feel ready, because when you wait, You waste time. When you wait, you stay stuck. When you wait, you're giving up on yourself. And that's not something I want for you. Now, I know it's scary. It's terrifying to face the unknown, to step into a world where you don't have all the answers. It's easy to stay where it's comfortable, even if that comfort is suffocating. But here's the thing. Comfort is where dreams die. It's where ambition fades. It's where you get trapped in a cycle of what ifs. And the world doesn't reward people who play it safe. The world rewards people who take risks, people who are willing to fail, to fall, to scrape themselves off the ground and try again. People who are willing to face their fear, their self-doubt, their insecurities, and say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to make this happen no matter what. Do you want to be that person, the one who takes risks, the one who breaks out of their shell and fights for the life they know they deserve? Because that's what it takes. It takes courage. It takes conviction. It takes the willingness to push through the hard days, the setbacks, the failures, and keep going anyway. And the truth is, it's not going to be easy. If you think it is, you're fooling yourself. Success isn't easy. Growth isn't easy. Being the person you want to be is not easy, but you can't let that stop you. You can't let fear control you. Here's the thing. The hardest moments in life, the moments when you want to quit, when you want to give up, when you feel like you've had enough, those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that separate the people who make it from the people who don't. Those are the moments when you decide, I'm going to push through. I'm going to keep fighting. Now, I know there's a part of you that's scared. There's a part of you that's afraid to fail, afraid to fall, afraid of what might happen if you go all in. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the end. It's just a step on the journey. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And if you're not failing, you're not growing. So take the leap. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for some magic moment to come along and say, now is the time. The time is now. You have everything you need to start. You have the strength. You have the drive. You have the will. All that's left is to make the choice. If you don't change, now you never will. And I'm telling you, you're worth it. You deserve more than this life. You're living right now. You deserve to be the person you've always wanted to be. But you have to take that first step. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stay stuck? Or are you going to step up and change your life right now? The choice is yours. But remember, if you don't change now, you never will. There comes a moment in life when you look around and realize that everything is exactly the way it's always been. You wake up, go through the motions, and the days seem to slip by without any noticeable difference. The truth is, a lot of us have been in that place before. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been stuck in the same job, the same routine, the same old habits that never seem to get you anywhere. And it's easy to think, this is it. This is all life has for me. But let me tell you something. That's the lie. That's the trap. Because the moment you start believing that nothing can change is the moment you stop trying. And when you stop trying, you slowly give up on the person you could become. Listen carefully. Your current situation is not your final destination. It's just where you are right now, not where you have to stay. Growth begins the moment you decide that staying the same is no longer acceptable. That you refuse to let fear, comfort, or past failures decide your future. You have more control than you think. Every habit you build, Every decision you make, every small action you repeat day after day shapes the direction of your life. People wait for big moments, for some massive breakthrough, but real change doesn't happen like that. It happens quietly in the small choices, waking up earlier when you don't wanna, putting in the extra effort when no one is watching, choosing discipline when excuses feel easier. That's where transformation lives. And the truth is, most people never reach their potential because they quit too early. They stop when it gets uncomfortable. They stop when progress feels slow. They stop right before things start to change. Don't be that person. Understand this. The struggle you're in right now is building something inside you. Resilience, patience, strength. The kind of strength that can't be faked or borrowed. It has to be earned through effort, through persistence, through refusing to give up when everything tells you to stop. There will be days when motivation disappears. Days when doubt creeps in and whispers that maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe you're not capable. Maybe it's too late. Those are the days that matter most, because discipline begins where motivation ends. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired. Anyone can chase goals when energy is high. But the people who actually change their lives are the ones who keep going when they don't feel like it, when it's boring, when it's repetitive, when no one notices progress. That's where separation happens. That's where winners are built. You have to learn to trust the process even when you can't see the results yet, because growth is happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible, just like roots growing underground, before a tree ever breaks through the soil. Your effort is never wasted. Every time you choose to continue, you're reinforcing the belief that you are capable of more. And that belief changes everything. It changes how you walk, how you think, how you respond to challenges. You stop seeing obstacles as signs to quit and start seeing them as proof that you're moving forward. I know it's cold, but are you courageous enough to step into uncharted territory? Beating on your craft day and night. I need you to disappear for the next 30 days. What does that look like? 720 hours dedicated to the future. Where focus goes, energy flows. The problem is, you put too much energy into Netflix. You put too much energy into distractions. You put too much energy into entertainment. You put too much energy into things that are not feeding your purpose and destiny. Can you walk away from everything? Life has knocked you to the ground. You have survived the greatest traumas of your life. How tired are you of where you are right now? How bad do you want to get to that next level? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? Who are you willing to let go of to get where you want to be? See, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to climb mountains. Everybody wants to be praised and celebrated, but nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to let go of every single distraction. Can you learn how to say no to what's hurting you? No to what's stopping you? No to the people that don't believe in you? The fakes and the phonies and the people that keep saying they'll support you when you get there but leave you when you arrive? Why are you here? And what are you going to do about it? Because the truth of the matter is, we have a purpose. We have a destiny. We have fulfillment. We've got connections to make. We've got people to meet. We've got rooms to walk in. We've got tables to sit at. I'm just wondering if you are willing, if you are courageous enough, if you have the faith, if you're bold enough to sit down for 30 days and write down what it is that's killing you. Can you walk away from everything for 30 days? Just 1 month, 720 hours? Imagine who you could be in 30 days. You got one life to live, rain, sleet, or snow. The time is now. You got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80%? Why would you give 70? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? And 20% you can't dictate if the ball's gonna always go in. You can't dictate what kind of game you're gonna have. You can't dictate how your body is gonna respond to move it around. But you can dictate what you can dictate is your good. You can always give 120 effort. And every day I want you to wake up and not just go, I'm sweet. I want you to go, I'm not just going with skills. There's one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted that it's just automatic roll for him. Let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself. You got to understand that pride comes before a fall. You may get it, but right now what? Oh, I can't hear y'all. You may get it, but right now what? You don't have it. That's not what gets you in the lead. Not with what you were born with. You got skill and you got will. You got skill and you got will. Two totally different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, but to stay at the next level, you gotta have will. So when you play, you have to compete. I'm a high school dropout. My daddy went in my life, but I found out I had a gift. Then I found out your gift shall make room for you. And I'm like, you mean to tell me if I perfect this, I can eat, and my kids can eat, and my kids' kids can eat? From today on, you play whatever your best game is. You play that level every single time. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the version of you who almost quit was standing right at the edge of a breakthrough. That's how it works. Progress feels invisible until suddenly it isn't. Suddenly, the things that used to feel impossible become normal. The discipline that once felt hard becomes part of who you are. The confidence you were searching for comes from keeping promises to yourself over and over again. You don't become stronger by avoiding difficulty. You become stronger by facing it, by showing up again and again until what once scared you no longer has power over you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for someone to come save you. No one is coming, and that's not a bad thing because it means the power has always been yours. This is your life, your responsibility, your opportunity to build something meaningful, something real, something you're proud of. When you finally understand that you stop blaming circumstances and start creating results, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I do next? To get tied to people that are going to help to position you and lock you in a place where you can fulfill purpose and destiny for 30 days, 720 hours. Imagine if you begin to write down the people that have not fed into your purpose, the people that have not fed into your destiny, the people that have lied in your face, the phonies, the frauds. Can you identify what has kept you broken? What has kept you broke? What has kept you defeated? What has kept you covered under the blankets of anxiety and stress and overwhelm? Your DNA has been mutated by people that are beneath you, and it's nothing wrong with having people in your life that you serve, that you love, but you're trying to make business moves with people that don't think like you. They don't walk like you. They don't sacrifice like you. They're not willing to put in the blood, to sweat the tears behind closed doors. A man is rewarded in public for what he does in private. Think over the things you discuss with people. Go through the process. Go through the mud, run in the rain, dance in the snow, inhale, exhale. I know it's cold on the other side, but it's time for you to cross over because you're too comfortable. Disappear for 30 days. Come back and shock the world. Who you are today has gotten you as far as you're going to get. If you're going to get any further, you're going to reinvent yourself. And if you're going to reinvent yourself, you've got to set it down for 30 days. You still keep trying to walk into your future fractured, broken, hurting. You need to walk into your future whole condition, ready to grab the people that believed in you before you made it to the top. Go back and get them. But first, you got to condition yourself. You're fractured, you're broken, you're under anxiety and depression, and you've even been borderline suicidal at times. You've lost loved ones. Come on, who am I talking to? I'm talking to that person that's tired of where they are, and you are bold enough. You are crazy enough. You are courageous enough to shut it down for 30 days. You've talked about it enough. You've talked to your haters about it. You've talked to your supporters about it. You've posted about it. You've shared about it. You've written about it. Now, it's time to put the work here. Disappear 30 days. The lonely chapter is brutal. The Rocky montage lasts 90 seconds in a movie and 5 years in real life. People tell you you're not going to make it. And at a month, they're right. At 6 months, still right. At a year, still right. They're measuring in days. You're measuring in decades. Why do you keep fighting? Because you choose to. The energy it takes to start is way more than the energy it takes to continue. And the beginning gives you the least reward. Everyone who's done something meaningful has gone through this exact chapter. You don't fit in with your old friends, but you don't have the outcomes to fit into a new group. You're alone consuming content, watching tutorials, wondering if it's even worth it. There are no signs of success yet, but the sign of success is the hate you get. Don't bend the knee to it. Like in the Matrix, Trinity opens the door and says, you know where going back leads. You're starting to see who you could be. That's why it feels like hell. But happiness can be found even in the darkest times, if you remember to turn on the light. I wanted to be accepted growing up. I lied. I shaped myself to fit in. I found out who I was by going through life alone. There was no trophy on the wall. The trophy is in my brain. No one helped me. No one paid my bills. I did it alone. Put yourself in situations that suck, and you'll find yourself. I fought for it because no one gave it to me. It was just me, alone in the gym, alone in my head. Many people want to be exceptional, but are afraid of being an exception. You can't do what everyone approves of and expect a different outcome. If you can't explain why you believe something, it's not your belief. Shut off technology. Go dark. Be quiet in your mind. Figure out who you are. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes. Purpose takes time. No one finds it because life is too loud. You either leave as people be or you find yourself. I built this brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let someone tear it down. The superpower is learning to be alone and enjoying it. That's where you discover what you actually believe. There's a lonely chapter in everyone's journey. You don't fit the old group anymore, but you haven't earned the new one. Friends say, you've changed. No, you've grown. People walk around parroting other people's words their whole lives. They record and play back. That's why they feel fake and empty. I just want more, to be successful, to take care of people I love. Comfort is dangerous. Waking up is a blessing. I walked 1 mile in the worst shape of my life, then another. At mile 81, my mind knew it wasn't quitting. That's the 40% rule. When the mind won't quit, the body adapts. That day taught me we're capable of anything. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. No one is patient anymore. Change takes time. You'll hit plateaus. Reframe hardship as the story you'll tell one day. If something bad happens, it becomes part of the story. That assumes you'll survive and figure it out. If you wrote a book about your life right now, would it change someone's life? If not, get to work. Go to the dark room. No phone, no noise. Figure out what you want to be. God speaks in silence. The one companion you always have is yourself. Learn to be okay alone. Sometimes it beats the alternative. If you had to create a human to be tough, you wouldn't give them an easy life. Traits have price tags. You pay with time. If you want exceptional traits, you must pay exceptional prices. That realization gives comfort in hard times. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not quit. When you're built different, people will say something's wrong with you. Embrace it. At mile 81, everything connected. It was me versus me. No crowd, no race, just survival. Being different isn't bad. It's exceptional. There's a story of 2 pottery classes. The class that made the most pots ended up with the best quality. Volume beats luck. Do enough work and you brute force success. Never give up. If there's a wall, go through it, over it, or around it. Most people are distracted, unhealthy, broke. It's never been easier to win or easier to do nothing. Get in shape. Make money. Problems get smaller. Work isn't pain if you're doing something worth doing. Addiction to work comes from meaningful work. Success is doing the obvious thing for an extraordinary period of time. You can't be normal and exceptional at the same time. Assume luck doesn't apply to you. Build value. Trade time for skills. No one is coming. No one will push you. You must parent yourself. It's easy to quit. What's hard is showing up again when nothing changes. Fear creates or destroys you. Face it and it shrinks. Avoid it and it grows roots. Champions aren't special. They persevere. Being average becomes sickening at some point. That's when the spark hits. You get up and go. You keep going. It happens to everyone eventually. When it does, be grateful. You're alive. Potential is inside you. Always has been. Clubs, parties, fitting in. Those are distractions from facing yourself. Make yourself a companion you respect. Someone honest. Someone accountable. You'll lose sleep. You'll doubt. You'll stress. That's what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. If it's hard, good. Fewer people will do it. Don't develop a quit mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard. You know how to do it. You just don't want to do it badly enough yet. Luck happens after effort. If you haven't gotten what you want, you're not worthy yet, and that's okay. Improve. There's joy in the grind. It filters out hate. Always show up. Always be willing to fail. You can't be weak and expect the greatness to come out of you. You can't expect anything good to come out of nothing. If you're not given nothing, you get nothing. Now get up and do your work. When it comes to the work ethic, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and all the naysayers. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to be quiet and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart. Listen to your truth. It's okay sometimes, because these things are going to happen no matter how hard you work. But you don't have the right to give up. You don't have the right to give in and stop playing a blame game and go about your business when you have been pushed back, even harder. I dare you to go down that path that many refuse to go. Pain, passion, focus, faith. You put it together. You will be an unstoppable force. Will you keep going in the face of whatever? I never thought about quitting. If they told me to get back in the water again, let's go. They told me to put that log on my shoulder. Let's go. Put the boat on my head. Let's go. I didn't care. I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the smartest. But I did know that I could work hard. I had to work hard. You're going to struggle. You're going to go through some hardship. You're going to sweat. You're going to choke. You're going to get your arm broke. And like these things are going to happen. Okay, I'm going to go forward. There's no, I can't get out of this. I'm going to go forward. I'm not going to quit. So I'm going to go forward. Bring it on. And I think if there's anything that you learn, it's to keep pushing through things that suck. And I would love to say like, oh, keep pushing through adversity. But this isn't adversity. This is just things that suck. And you're going to have to push through it, but it's like, do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of want to. Do you actually want to do this or not? But the vast majority of people, they quit. But they don't usually say that. And even in their mind, they probably don't believe it. They probably believe, well, you know, it's my legs. And once my legs was hurting, I knew I was going to have a hard time on the runs. And since I wasn't going to be able to make the runs, that's why I quit. But it wasn't really quitting. It was my legs. You're talking there about people making excuses. What have you come to learn about the nature of excuses? Your excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you if you let them. When your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed. Execute on, then they can make you feel better, but they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all. When the excuses all go away and people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me, it hurts, but is also unbelievably empowering. Because if these problems are because of me, then I'm capable of fixing these problems. Life was given for a reason. We exist for a reason. We were put on this earth to do great things. But the challenges, ladies and gentlemen, the challenges had to happen. They must happen. But we must carry on. What do we do with the life that has been given? How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. No one said it was supposed to be easy. Hard times create tough mass. Tough mass creates tough characters. But you got to carry on, so when it gets tough, you got to get tough. We are born to do great things. Not everybody is going to stand with you. Not everybody is going to support you. Not everybody is going to be by your side. So when you're standing alone, make sure you stand with a pure heart that you do have something that you must do. Learn to walk alone. Sometimes learn to be strong when you need to be strong. Learn to understand that not everybody will be with you. Energy it takes to start is way more than the energy it takes to continue, and the beginning gives you the least reward. Everyone who's done something meaningful has gone through this exact chapter. You don't fit in with your old friends, but you don't have the outcomes to fit into a new group. You're alone consuming content, watching tutorials, wondering if it's even worth it. There are no signs of success yet, but the sign of success is the hate you get. Don't bend the knee to it. Like in the Matrix, Trinity opens the door and says, you know where going back leads. You're starting to see who you could be. That's why it feels like hell. But happiness can be found even in the darkest times, if you remember to turn on the light. I wanted to be accepted growing up. I lied. I shaped myself to fit in. I found out who I was by going through life alone. There was no trophy on the wall. The trophy is in my brain. No one helped me. No one paid my bills. I did it alone. Put yourself in situations that suck and you'll find yourself. I fought for it because no one gave it to me. It was just me, alone in the gym, alone in my head. Many people want to be exceptional, but are afraid of being an exception. You can't do what everyone approves of and expect a different outcome. If you can't explain why you believe something, it's not your belief. Shut off technology. Go dark. Be quiet in your mind. Figure out who you are. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes. Purpose takes time. No one finds it because life is too loud. You either leave as people be or you find yourself. I built this brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let someone tear it down. The superpower is learning to be alone and enjoying it. That's where you discover what you actually believe. There's a lonely chapter in everyone's journey. You don't fit the old group anymore, but you haven't earned the new one. Friends say, you've changed. No, you've grown. People walk around parroting other people's words their whole lives. They record and play back. That's why they feel fake and empty. I just want more, to be successful, to take care of people I love. Comfort is dangerous. Waking up is a blessing. I walked 1 mile in the worst shape of my life, then another. At mile 81, my mind knew it wasn't quitting. That's the 40% rule. When the mind won't quit, the body adapts. That day taught me we're capable of anything. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. No one is patient anymore. Change takes time. You'll hit plateaus. Reframe hardship as the story you'll tell one day. If something bad happens, it becomes part of the story. That assumes you'll survive and figure it out. If you wrote a book about your life right now, would it change someone's life? If not, get to work. Go to the dark room. No phone, no noise. Figure out what you want to be. God speaks in silence. The one companion you always have is yourself. Learn to be okay alone. Sometimes it beats the alternative. If you had to create a human to be tough, you wouldn't give them an easy life. Traits have price tags. You pay with time. If you want exceptional traits, you must pay exceptional prices. That realization gives comfort in hard times. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not quit. When you're built different, people will say something's wrong with you. Embrace it. At mile 81, everything connected. It was me versus me. No crowd, no race, just survival. Being different isn't bad. It's exceptional. There's a story of 2 pottery classes. The class that made the most pots ended up with the best quality. Volume beats luck. Do enough work and you brute force success. Never give up. If there's a wall, go through it, over it, or around it. Most people are distracted unhealthy, broke. It's never been easier to win or easier to do nothing. Get in shape, make money. Problems get smaller. Work isn't pain if you're doing something worth doing. Addiction to work comes from meaningful work. Success is doing the obvious thing for an extraordinary period of time. You can't be normal and exceptional at the same time. Assumed luck doesn't apply to you. Build value. Trade time for skills. No one is coming. No one will push you. You must parent yourself. It's easy to quit. What's hard is showing up again when nothing changes. Fear creates or destroys you. Face it and it shrinks. Avoid it and it grows roots. Champions aren't special. They persevere. Being average becomes sickening at some point. That's when the spark hits. You get up and go. You keep going. It happens to everyone eventually. When it does, be grateful. You're alive. Potential is inside you. Always has been. Clubs, parties, fitting in. Those are distractions from facing yourself. Make yourself a companion you respect. Someone honest. Someone accountable. You'll lose sleep. You'll doubt. You'll stress. That's what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. If it's hard, good. Fewer people will do it. Don't develop a quit mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard. You know how to do it. You just don't want to do it badly enough yet. Luck happens after effort. If you haven't gotten what you want, you're not worthy yet, and that's okay. Improve. There's joy in the grind. It filters out hate. Always show up. Always be willing to fail. I need you to know that you're enough. I need you to know that you're qualified. I need you to know that all you have is all you need. You are an unrepeatable miracle, and there is none like you in all of the earth. And if nobody told you today, let me be the first to tell you, there is none like you in all of the earth. Your DNA, your footprint, your fingerprint, your purpose, your calling, your destiny, your mindset, your mentality. And I'm just wondering if you are bold enough and courageous enough to believe what I'm saying. You are enough. But the truth of the matter is, what you think is pain, what you think is hurting you, is actually helping you. And I'm just wondering if maybe you could just change the way that you think. Maybe if you could just see this thing differently. I know they left you, they hurt you. It left you, it hurt you. And you feel like you're just in this place where you can't move forward. See it differently. You've been too focused on the people that don't like you, the people that don't support you, the people that told you to write the book, and then when you released it, they never bought it. You've been too focused on the past childhood traumas. You've been too focused on who was not there for you and who did not believe in you, and the people that just said it but didn't do it. The trauma, the anxiety, and I'm wondering if you can begin to shift that focus in the next 30 days. If you can begin to shift that focus on what's working in your life, what's within your control, and not what's outside of your control. What can you control? Who can you influence? The first person that needs to be influenced in your life is you. It's you. And I'm just wondering if you're courageous enough, bold enough, if you have enough faith. Come on. If you have enough inside of you, resilience to come back to the scene. It starts with me and the man upstairs. And it ends right here. Let the fear fade and let faith invade. You must move forward in strength. Do not succumb to the depression, the anxiety, the rage, the hatred, or the regret. Live in purpose. Resist the temptation to give in. I can tell you this, that resurrection is a decision. And every single day, you got to decide. People who publicly rise are the people that made a private decision not to stay down any longer. I don't know what time you're listening to me, and I don't mean to sound morbid, but somebody died tonight. Somebody died this morning. Somebody died this afternoon. I don't know what time you're listening to me, but somebody didn't make it. There's still life left in you. You are still breathing. You have another opportunity to begin again, and every day, every single day gives you that new opportunity. Appreciate it. Flow from this place of gratitude to say, God, thank you for keeping my mind when I could have lost it. Thank you, Lord, for giving me one more day, one more opportunity. They say time is what we want most, but what we use worst. The moment that you stop striving, the moment that you stop pressing, the moment that you stop fighting, you start dying. Just keep going to the next level. Just keep climbing that staircase. Just keep going. And it's not about beating the man or woman that's standing in the room with you. It's about beating the man and the woman that's in the mirror. Can you do better than you? Can you do better than you did yesterday?
Your struggle is what made you who you are now.
Through that struggle, I will now have a better day, and I better do it again tomorrow or do something else, because if I just think, well, tomorrow I'm just going to coast and eat Twinkies and watch TV. Oh, hello, sadness, my old friend. Hello, depression. Because when you're not doing anything, you feel like shit.
So I started flipping this into a whole different, I started being a master of what I was scared of. I was scared of my mind. And I became literally a master of that mind. And that's what now, from now on, it sets me apart from most people. I started diving into that.
And that's just a part of being a human being. And we can pretend that we're something other than what we really are. And we can pretend, nah, me, man, I'm just cool, just chilling, doing nothing. Bullshit. You're a human. You're a human being. You evolved from the hundreds of thousands of years of hunters and gatherers and people that were struggling. Those human reward systems are carved deeply into your DNA. And if you don't respect that, if you don't respect the mechanism of happiness and fulfillment and what you really need to do in order to feel satisfied in life, camaraderie, love, family, friendship, struggle, testing yourself, learning, all those things are imperative. They're all a giant part of being a person.
I watched these movies. I talked about Rocky last time I was on here. I always equated training to mental toughening. Like, it always looked brutal. People waking up early and doing all these things, and it looked horrible. I was like, wow, man, I got to start doing that. Not to get better, bigger, and stronger, but that is what's going to build me. That looks uncomfortable. That looks brutal. And getting up early, I don't want to do that. So I made this long list of things I don't want to do. And through that, I found myself. I started, I'm like, you guys aren't doing this shit in high school. You guys aren't getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, running over here in this golf course. So I started seeing myself very differently than the average human being. I was like, hang on a second. I have something they don't have. And that's when I started to develop these things through working out. It was this great, never-ending work ethic. And through work ethic, I developed self-esteem.
Emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel